This is a food YouTuber exploring Bridgeland here in Calgary, Alberta, so let's go. All right, so with parking completely paid for and that's all done and everything, I'm just gonna be sort of walking around the area. I low-key maybe chose the wrong day because it's extremely cold. Side note, I literally picked today in order to go to Bridgeland just because it's literally the only day of the week when it's not raining. Okay, so in the B-roll now, you will see that I already have gone inside Mari Bake Shop and I wanted to film, but there's two reasons as to why it's kind of hard right now. One, it's super windy, and two, there's like a plentiful amount of people in Mari Bake Shop, so it's a bit weird to film. So what I had to do is this right now, which is what you're seeing in the B-roll. So at the minute, now we're gonna walk over to sort of the park area and I'm going to show you around the general area of Bridgeland and we'll go from there. So an interesting thing about this area is a lot of the sort of places here are part of the Northeast, but when you think of Northeast, you think differently. But yeah, just behind me over there is Mari Bake Shop. I would recommend it if you have the chance to go because I thought the food there was pretty good, so I'm sure you will think so too as well. Now, the one thing I've noticed about this entire week here in Calgary, Alberta is it's been super rainy, to be honest with you. And it's been like that for almost like about a week or two now. So I've been living here for about 1 to 2 years-ish. And to be frank, it's like always been super dry. This is probably the most rainy I've ever seen Calgary. It's super crazy. Oh my God, I'm walking in the grass and it's super wet. I need to get out of here. But yeah, as I'm in the center of Bridgeland, there's like infrastructure such as a park right over here. There's a huge field of grass sort of just over here. It's really pretty and nice. So if you want to do any recreational activities, that's definitely an option. And some super cool basketball courts. We get a closer look at the basketball court here. It's kind of an interesting look because there's one and then there's another basketball court over there and then there's the last one down over there. And in my honest opinion, I'll flip the camera over. Optimally for a game of basketball, I don't know if that's the best, but I think it's very interesting looking for sure. And even to the point where there's like some pretty cool designs over there. I think it's neat, but if you want to run full 5-on-5, I think that's going to be a little more difficult. Let me try out the floor right now, actually, why not? So I'm completely mic'd up and everything, so I think you'll be able to hear me. Also pretty beautiful area as well. It seems like there's sort of, I don't know if it's cherry blossoms, but I would assume it is, but nonetheless, it's very, very nice. Now, it's a good thing I decided to go to Mari Bake Shop first. Got my coffee and croissants, which was good. And now it's a lot warmer, less wind. So now it's a perfect opportunity for me to walk around sort of the Bridgeland area because I think for like the entire week, it's going to be just rain, 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 and more rain. And that's not optimal, obviously, for vlogging. So I'm not gonna try to do that. But overall, in terms of the whole area, very, very nice. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but I spent about $2 for parking for 2 hours. Not the worst price ever, but I do like how there's a lot of housing here. The infrastructure is really nice and everything's super clean and beautiful. And I'm going to enjoy the surrounding area a lot more and let's go. So over the course of like past year or two, I think Calgary rent's been slowly becoming more and more expensive as well as its real estate and all that. So I wonder if you want to live here, prime area, super beautiful, like aesthetically pleasing and nice new, all that. I wonder how much rents would cost. Would that be super expensive? Probably. Most likely would be. So another very cool note as well here in Bridgeland is that there is yet another Village ice cream location as well as Phil and Sebastian, if you can see that in the corner over there. There's definitely a lot of places to chill and hang out sort of over here. So if you want to spend your weekend here, it'd be really chill. And then on top of that, I know we saw this park before, but even if you want to set up a picnic date or picnic hangout, I think this park would be absolutely great for that. It'd be super duper fun and cool. Oh yeah, righty. So there's also Uno's Pizzeria. This kind of is giving me University District vibes, but just Bridgeland over here. So once again, it's very cool infrastructure and a great place to hang out. So on my right here is OEB, and it seems like there's Nashville hot chicken as well. And on my left over here is a place called Shiki Minya, which is supposedly really good ramen, but they have like very short hours for you to go and visit. Hopefully one day I'd be able to do that, but it looks like there's a really cool street here in Bridgeland. I'm just gonna go ahead and walk it a bit more. Let me show you. Although it's slightly under construction, it does seem pretty cool to walk around in. So I'm just gonna go ahead and continue to do that right now. You know what? This is actually really nice. This kind of has like the appeal of like New York City. It's kind of cool. So there's more plazas over here. Let's go ahead and quickly check that out. Car was coming, that's why. Even looks like a izakaya, sort of like izakaya Tokyo Market. That's really cool too. And more barbershops, stuff like that. Oh wow, there's even a Starbucks on the corner. Let's go ahead and check that out now. The Starbucks behind me is pretty aesthetic. Let's just see if there's more stuff over here on the other side. There's also this like extremely unique chair. I don't think I'm gonna sit in it anytime soon. It looks a bit weird, but I'm sure if I was like a local here, I'd probably grab a seat whenever I had the chance or if I was tired to do so, you know. I think as a sort of a local resident, resident, it would be a little annoying if you constantly heard construction, kind of like what's happening in the background right now. But this is a really nice area. It's like genuinely beautiful. And if you want to live here, I think this is a great option for you, but you gotta have the bag though. I swear it's expensive. Like, just look at the way this looks, this area. Like, I'm sure you could probably live in there, but it just looks like you need a bag to live there. You know what I mean? Like, a bit loud here, but there's more stuff and it looks, oh wow, there's even like custom tailoring. How fancy. Kind of reminds me of like Yorkville, Toronto or something like that. This is really nice. This is really, really nice actually. But yeah, I guess we'll continue to walk and move forward. All right, so when I think of downtown living, this is sort of the atmosphere that I would imagine. I kind of like it here because it's not directly downtown, but it's kind of downtown. So you have that like feel and atmosphere. But on the caveat, you have that sort of peace and quiet suburban feel to it. So I think this area is sort of the best of both worlds. Again, behind me is Mari Bake Shop, as we just passed before. Yeah, great destination for coffee and pastries and croissants and all that. I thought it was really good. On a side note as well, I think these buildings look so flipping cool. They kind of look like they're straight out of like Star Wars or something. Super fancy. I want to see if I can just walk around this area and see if there's more to sort of showcase for all you guys. So windy. Holy crap, it is unbelievably windy at the minute. But imagine living here. This would be so cool. But I think the only issue is minor issue, because my area has like grocery store kind of close by. But if you want a grocery shop in this area, you'd probably have to drive out towards somewhere. I think there's a Safeway nearby and stuff like that. But I think those minor inconveniences are like somewhat unfavorable, but it's not the biggest of deals. This area is really freaking nice nonetheless. My hair is a nightmare here. Holy. We're somewhat close to the original parking spot where I parked, but kind of want to check out a few more places here in Bridgeland. Let me turn the camera. I have no idea what this is supposed to be, but it seems pretty neat. Just a little area for chilling. Well, it really has that outside smell here at the minute. I'm gonna walk around. I did see like a Good Earth coffee I want to check out. I'm sure there's more infrastructure there that we can take a look at and sort of go from there. It's cold, man. It's super cold outside. Holy smokers. I think if you want to go for, I think it's called a fart walk after your meals, this area has no shortage of walk pathways that you can sort of take, and it seems pretty cool. But I think one thing to mention too as well is this area is relatively close to East Village, and that's notoriously known here in Calgary, Alberta as, if you do or do not know, as kind of like the homeless area. So if those homeless people sort of come up here, then sort of out of luck, because that's kind of unfavorable for a lot of people. But I find that they stay in the East Village area, and most they go towards a little past the bridge, but afterwards I don't think they go any further, so you should be okay. So if you didn't know already, car passing through, this is in fact Bridgeland, and this is associated with the Bridgeland C train station. Looks like you go in here, cross over the bridge, and then go down, and then make your way towards all of the infrastructure. Coming here to Bridgeland, I didn't know necessarily what to expect, but damn, there's even like a street food Indian spot. Across the street here is Anytime Fitness. The pros of Anytime Fitness is that obviously you can go to there anytime, right? So I think that is always a cool thing. Walking through here, there seems like sort of a bit more of nook crannies, sort of shops, so to speak. The vast majority of this area is mostly apartment housing, and that's what it seems like to me. It seems like this area has another set of sort of cherry blossoms. I don't know if they are. Yeah, I think they are. I'm looking at it now. They are. I had no idea that this was the place to go to for that, but try to bring my girlfriend. I'm just walking through these sort of apartment gear and stuff. They have like porches and chairs and everything, and they're just leaving it out in the open. Ridiculous. I would feel like when someone tried to steal it, I don't know. Probably not. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of trust in society. Dang, kind of crazy. People's doors are just like literally over here. I feel like my privacy is so limited this way. I don't know how I feel about that. Some people's windows are just open too. That's nuts. I would put blinds instantaneously. I need privacy in my life, honestly. Alrighty, so it looks like I finally made my way towards Good Earth Coffee, but check it out. It's like this like Chicago looking thing. What's that thing? The bean in Chicago. It's really neat. And then you can even see myself as well. How cool is that? There's even some chairs too as well. I was trying to film the outro, but it was so windy outside. But with that being said, I think we saw all of Bridgeland. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.